I have pondered for far too long.
Proprietor, we have found the reprobate.
Oh no.
You have put us through immeasurable suffering for long enough. It is time to visit the ancients.
Mean man. It seems you have been brought here due to alleged malfeasances.
What's? I have done none such.
We have noticed many incongruous phenomena across the multiverse, such as an abundance of dimensional tears and a nebula uprising.
And we are only able to link it to your doing. Are any life forms able to support this claim?
Yes. It is unrefutable. Wherever this tyrant transports, disaster follows. No other being at any given time possesses enough power to cause it.
He shall rue the day he forced us into a struggle against the Federal. The many lives that have been squandered shall not go unavenged.
Imprison this man!
I object.
Blast!
You are all coming to conclusions too swiftly. There perhaps could be an outer coercion causing these cataclysms.
We have complete vision over this plane of existence. We would immediately notice if such were the case, but it appears not. Mean Man has officially been declared culpable of immense dimensional tribulation.
No.
We expected better from an enlightened being, but we are afraid it is time to be banished to the void. Unleash the octahedron.
Oh no.
You dollars, what do you think you are doing? He is innocent.
It is far too late for you to reason.
No.
This life form shall not elude the jurisprudence.
No. You.
Simpletons, all of you. If I had been granted the power to squash, I would wipe out all of you unversionable restraints in an instant.
Do not attempt to dispute us aggressively, lest we banish you as well.
Oh no.
Oh no.
We must depart with haste.
Hello. I am unable to perceive how this came to be. How could I, an enlightened being, commit wrongdoing? The void is a very puzzling land. Who's there? I know you are in this empty realm with me somewhere.
Apologies for the immense startling.
Wait. You appear to be familiar.
As do you. Mean Man.
You seem to know my identity, but I cannot perceive yours.
You see, I am the one they call Fusion.
I see. But whist have you been sent to this vacant land as I have?
I am an imperfect being. unallowed to reason, unallowed to make excursions. The ancients, they had banished me here, because
I know too much.
I had only wished to live a life of normality after they created me. But they considered me a mistake, a failed attempt at achieving true balance in this multiverse.
I am shocked by your tragic fate.
Do not feel any pity, for I know that what you have been through is far worse.
Are you able to assist me in solving my crisis?
Yes. I know of an edifice within this realm that will explain everything. Please follow.
Is this it?
Yes, that in the distance is the structure. Sinisterity resides within there, and you may be shocked to know the truth.
I owe you my utmost gratitude.
I appreciate the sentiment, but now is not the time for compliments.
What do you mean?
Peer around yourself for just a moment.
What has happened to these life forms?
They have been scrambled. They have entered a feeling of stasis. They cannot move. They cannot think. They cannot hear. One of the many untold powers of enlightenment is to unscramble. Mean Man does not know what he is capable of. Host. Another wretched tear. Interestingly, these serve as gateways to the void and back. But only for the enlightened.
You seem very informed of this state of being.
Yes, such is the power of the octahedron of knowledge. There are many untold secrets to enlightenment. One of them is rather unfortunate.
What is this unfortunate faculty you enunciate of?
Well, I mustn't tell any being of it. I knew another enlightened being once. They were a rather altruistic fellow, but one day they had vanished. I have but one remnant left of their existence. This.
Perhaps it could be of use.
Perhaps.
How do we set foot in this establishment?
I do not have any procedures for that action, but it is best that we do not bargain forcefully. Now come hither and glance at the window.
Cylindrical architectures. Houston.
It appears all is going swimmingly for us.
Indeed.
Let me out. Set me free from this enclosure, you abuse deviants.
Remain silent, you are powerless, and your attempts of escape are futile.
That accursed head is no longer a threat to us.
And now we can change everything in our image.
Now you understand what these malefactors have caused for you. Mean Man.
They dare commit transgressions in my name. They shall experience affliction.
Do not act with haste.
No.
Gaze at who has showed up within our domain.
The so-called hero of this multiverse.
That's the very idea. We are the scribes.
And you are dilatory to halt our plans.
Stop, you fool. Your strength is overwhelming.
Oh no.
Looks at what happens when you engage in destructive force. an idea announced that logic feels to me. The ire I have built up, the many traumatic events I have been through, it has all led up to this.
But where's have the scribes gone?
Ah, you misunderstand. Those who are scrunched within the void never come back.
Finally, some life forms to engage in commerce with. Amen.
I suppose it is worth an attempt. I felt something. These gaps do not stay agape for a lengthy duration. Unless...
Oh yes.
No. Where's could this strange stanchion lead?
Let us not dwell on worst, but swiftly abscond.
Yes.
What? I will not be destined to event isolation. Curses, release what I move within my grasp. Jump.
It appears you have finally awakened.
Where's Stan?
You see, we have emancipated you from the void. You and your enlightenment are the key we need to cleansing this multiverse.
I see. I discerned that I should elucidate on what has occurred in the void.
Please do. I see. It is peculiar that any being could successfully manipulate the powers of my brother, but it is swell to know that nothing stands in our way. Now then, I must manifest something essential. I am only capable of transporting a few lifeforms at once. So for other circumstances, I have devised this, the Cosmogon. This unit shall carry an immeasurable amount of lifeforms and migrate to different dimensions at sharp speeds.
I cannot help but feel as if something is incorrect. No matter.
Why?
What a mystifying sight.
It is I.
Perhaps you should converse.
Hello. Panic. What was that strange imitation? Halt this, I am the unfeigned. Haha. Stones. This seems like a feudal battle. We must vein this. Yes. I feel the relief.
Those clones are overwhelming in numbers. We need a higher level of power to eradicate them completely. But ask.
I request to converse with you.
Yes.
You seem to be quite the Samaritan.
Perhaps.
Helping many life forms, performing facile tasks for them, extricating their lives. You take many risks to initiate good deeds.
Yes. Yet it feels as though my being causes as much harm as it does good.
Is there something you have relished?
Goodwill can only get one so far. An important precept has entered my encephalon amidst this turmoil.
What might it be?
It's a necessity for carbon-based life forms to be reckless in this multiverse.
I cannot seem to realize sure why that would be.
You see, I have. Things cannot stay cool and good forever. Framed, manipulated, copied. Many only wish to soil our names. It is my choice to take the severest decisions. The torment will only persist if I do not.
Could you foresee any fatal consequences in your path?
Who knows?
I have pondered a plan. We must seek the octahedron of transcendence.
This land feels depleted. Elephant.
I feel enlivened. What brings you to my abode?
We are once again seeking the power of the octahedron of transcendence.
I accept, for you are one I can trust. The shan't lies right. Nations, my existence is truly a restless one.
Whomstead of could have possibly touched the champ?
Detected strong link into octahedron of transcendence.
Intriguing.
Location of artifact identified. Now progressing.
It seems we have arrived at the final spot of importance. An enlightened transcendent is all we need to cleanse this multiverse of all impurities.
Let us procure the crucial champ.
What is it that you see?
I see. Vegetal.
Blasphemy! I had conceived the thought that we had exterminated all of these green fiends.
Hello, there is not a need to initiate savagery, but we request kindly You leave me with no other possibility. We shall engage in brutality. No. The tactic to defeating transcendence has escaped my psyche. What was it? something about inverse motions and depletion of power. Oh yes, it was. Oh no.
Oh no!
They are but mere illusions. You do not know how to utilize the shamps properly. Yeah.
Do you remain well?
I suppose. I felt something unfortunate. The information I now bear, I feel achieved. I shan't let these adverse notions get the best of me.
I suppose it is time we execute the mass unscrambling.
Yes.
Defending communication. Defending communication.
It's you.
But Faust,
You only have your little enlightenment powers to blame for this. Each and every one of you is destined for scrunching. And your revered sham-based tactics won't be functioning this time. Your time shall be over shortly. I look forward to seeing you all.
He is correct. We simply haven't the time to find the other octahedrons. We must awaken the only other beings in this multiverse capable of scrunching. The pillars.
Damnations to those pillars. We would rather exit our mortal coils than be given their assistance.
We have no other options.
we require the usage of your scrunching powers to vanquish a greater evil.
Come. You have much gallantry calling upon us.
I understand that your kinds have qualms, but neither of you shall continue to exist if we do not amalgamate.
I suppose there are ways to make amends, even if for a minuscule time.
Indeed, a greater threat lingers. We shall unite for this moment.
Yes.
We are nearing the culmination. I hope you understand that this is a do or deceased state of affairs. You have been rather erratic. What thoughts are distressing you?
I believe it is not pertinent.
I must be reminded of what our final destination is.
We are seeking the Omniscrunchulum.
But where could he be?
I am unsure, but I feel we will locate him soon enough.
Did any of you hear a strange audio occurrence?
It can't be.
Oh no.
You think you are sheltered safely? Judgment Day has come for you all. Watch closely. existence are now one. All of you shall perish without a trace.
Brother, why? Why do you insist on inflicting agony on all life forms? Why were you created?
I am not just your mere brother. You hate me.
No.
Your darkest emotions manifest in my being. Your fear, your sadness, your anger.
I
refuse to believe such drivel.
I must locate the octahedron. This land is in disarray. Yes. The champ is just out of reach.
Allow me.
This may be an inequitable battle in numbers. But in terms of puissance, I am outmatched.
Finally, the moment has come.
Your reign of dread concludes here. Unleash the pillars.
You fools, I am the essence of impurity. I cannot be scrunched.
This can't be. It is you. Perhaps you know the tactic to manage it.
You. All of you. None of you understand me. Abandoned, mistreated. All I wanted was to be equal. None of you understand what I am capable of. When you don't understand, there will be ramifications.
Oh no.
Do not forget me.
The Omega Scrunch has been unleashed. There is nothing we can do now.
No. There is. I was hoping it would not have to come to this.
You don't mean?
Yes, the Forbidden Enlightenment technique. I have been taught that enlightenment is not a blessing, but a requisite. Furthermore, my existence has brought many dilemmas, many dispiriting mistakes. There comes a time for any carbon-based life form where they must meet fate. My time has come. Change the world. My final message. Goodbye.
He has done it.
What has occurred?
Well, we lost a very important carbon-based life form.
Worst has he gone?
That is a question I am unable to answer. But let it be known that if it were not for his resolve, we would all be lost.
He presented us with many valid points. Every one of us should make superlative usage of our time. And we should know when it is time for it to all be over.
Excuse us, but what has happened to the Enlightened One?
A noble sacrifice is what has happened.
We see. With erasure of all impurities, we feel a council may not be essential anymore. This is a world where all life forms can flourish freely without looming disasters. And we deeply apologize for any previous blunders.
What are your perceptions of this information?
Cool and good.